Hey there everybody, Johnny here bringing you another episode of my Vainglory gameplay. This time round, I'm just gonna turn the lights on here, just so you can see my face brighter here. Okay, so as I was saying, this game is gonna be my first video of Glaive. Now, I don't usually do this. I don't play a new hero or a hero that I'm not familiar with for ranked matches. However, this is a solo ranked match. And I decided, I don't know why, because I've always been so curious to learn to play new heroes. Well, actually Glaive is not a new hero, but heroes that I've not tried much before. And I don't see a chance to do so much of that now, especially because I'm playing ranked. But I don't know, something just came over me and told me to just go ahead and choose Glaive for this game, and I'm glad I did. I had lots of fun. You know, his afterburn is so much fun. I just cannot explain how useful it is in fights, but also how fun it is to use as well, just for the fun of it. And you will see that throughout the game today. So hopefully you guys will enjoy this video. In this video, I'm paired up with an Arden and a Vox, and up against a team that does not really have a proper support. They are a Joel, Sky, and Crawl. So I don't know who exactly was going support in this game, but I'm pretty sure none of them were actually building proper support items throughout the game. But anyway, I had lots of fun still, no doubt. So okay, first things first. In my first ability point, I upgraded. I put the point into my afterburn. I don't know if that usually is the best idea, but I think in terms of utility, afterburn is very useful in case you get ganked during your farming and all that in the first run. Afterburn actually is much better in increasing the odds of you winning that fight, because it includes a stun and also it includes an escape. As you can see, I'm going to prime my afterburn right over here to just push this guy back towards the Vox, and we're able to just finish him off. So it's really fun to just find new angles to use your afterburn towards to knock back the enemies. So it's just really fun to use. So yeah, I think having the afterburn as my first ability point is better than having the Twisted Stroke, which is the B ability. Although yes, Twisted Stroke does guarantee you a critical strike, but that in itself in the early game is not going to be enough, because a critical strike is not exactly very strong in the early game. But having an afterburn, like I said, helps you to stun the enemy, to separate the enemies, or to just escape. So I think it's much more useful. But nonetheless, it doesn't matter, because now I have both abilities, and I'm now slowly putting points into my B ability, because this, like I said, now that I have more items to deal damage with, my critical strikes will of course be stronger as well. So that's why I'm putting more points into my B ability. But I think in this particular patch, oh okay, hold that thought right here. Vox is being ganked on. We're just gonna come in here and I'm gonna push the Crawl right over there. Maybe it was a bad idea, because I don't think Vox wanted me to push Crawl anywhere nearer to him. I shouldn't have punted him towards to our Vox. However, Vox does survive it all, and we're now able to take out the Crawl. And now we're just gonna focus on, I think, the Joel over here. My afterburn is up again, so I'm gonna do afterburn and push Joel. Once again, maybe I shouldn't have put Joel anywhere near Arden, and I die as well from Sky. But fortunately, both Vox is alive, so that's still okay. The lane is still gonna be protected in that sense. Okay, so now I'm starting to get some defense over here, because by himself, Glaive actually can deal a lot of damage. So maybe what you want to do is to start to buy some early defense so that you can be tanky enough to stay in fights a bit longer. And I'm also looking to build my my Atlas Pauldron for that Crawl. So once I'm able to afford it, after getting maybe one tier 3 offensive item, I will build a Atlas Pauldron for that Crawl. Alright, so here we go. We're just going to take some more money and farm. I must say Glaive farms quite fast because of his high attack damage. Yeah, so that's pretty good. It's quite fast for me to get some money. And now I'm going to get some heavy steel and yeah, some more potions perhaps. Okay, so now I'm just going to go and see if Vox needs help. Vox does port back, so maybe this is a chance for me to just hold the lane. But you can see that the sky is a bit too far away from me, and I can't really punt into the direction. So if I want to, it's going to be a bit difficult. I'm waiting for Vox to come back. I do see her there, and I guess that then the enemies come up from the bush. Fortunately, we're able to at least kill the Sky, and now it's just down to these two enemies. And we're able to finish off the crawl, and just one more over there, and we kill all three enemies, and we're now able to push the lane a bit further. So that's a really good fight for us. Thankfully, Vox came back in time to help us out with the other two, because otherwise we'll be counter-ganked there. Okay, so we get the get some more money here. I'm able to get some more defense, and I'm on my way. I'm gonna get some more potions. Yeah. I'm gonna need some potions to top up my health over here. Otherwise, it's not gonna be good if I go into another fight here. Alright, so I just want to say that I've always been very interested to play Glaive because of his afterburn. I think if you were to summarize Glaive's plays, it's afterburn. Because of what it really does to reposition the enemy and to help your teams in team fights. It includes a stun as well, so it's not just like a grab, for example, that that Finn has, but it includes a stun. So I think it's a very awesome utility right there. So that's why I love playing with Glaive. I've never played. I think I've played Glaive a grand total of 2 times. And never for ranked. So this is my first time playing ranked for Glaive. Alright, so here we are. Kral, for some reason, decides to come up from our side of the bush, and he pays for that. But still, we're able to take him out. And now we're just going to see if we can push lane. If not, we're just going to go into the jungle, because I know that Kral is now respawning. So it's just the Joel right here. And we put down the gauntlet here, and I use my afterburn just to push the Joe further back into the gauntlet so that she can't escape, and we're able to just finish her off right there. I pinged 2 Vox to take the regeneration mine, the regen mine, minion, not mine, sorry, regen minion. Well, I'll take the others where it has more money right there. Okay, so right now I'm getting quite a good lead in gold. I'm gonna see if I can buy. Yep, I'm gonna buy my 6 sins over here just to work towards my sorrow blade, as well as a few travel boots just to be able to get to places faster. Now, travel boots also will help for you to get into position for your afterburn better as well, because after you do your first tap of your afterburn, you will have a speed boost that also does include the current walking speed that you have. So the faster your boots, the better you'll be walking. I mean, the faster you'll be walking as well. The better you'll be walking. Alright, pardon my English there. Okay, so we're gonna go just roaming around. We're done with our side of the jungle, so right now we can just either go boss the lane, or the great thing about Glaive is he's so good for ganks. So it's always good, if you are a Glaive, it's always good to come up to the lane, to just join your laner for a bit, to just do a bit of ganking. Okay, so we're able to finish off the Sky over there, but we're pretty low here, especially Arden. We don't want to get into too much trouble. We're just going to stay away from the enemies right there. I see Kral. I'm going to try to finish off Kral as well. And now it's just Joel, who we're just trying to shoo away over here. I don't think we actually engage on Joel right there. So at least that's a win on our part. We're able to at least kill 2 of them. Actually, it was the Kral's fault for coming too near me, because knowing that I have my afterburn, I'm definitely gonna go in to push him towards our turret. And here we go, another afterburn. It's like 3 afterburns in a span of I don't know how many minutes, maybe how many seconds. Now, I like how now in this particular patch, the afterburn cooldown has been reduced at all levels, and that means that now you don't necessarily have to take the overdrive of afterburn to have a really good cooldown. Now, even if you put it at level 4, it has a very nice, I think a 10-second, I forgot actually, 11 or 10 seconds cooldown. So it's very useful, and you can then spend the extra point on maxing your your ultimate instead, because your ultimate now has more lifesteal per stack. So I think that's much more, it's a much better alternative, a much better choice to actually max out your C than to max out your afterburn. Alright, so here we go, going back to lane again because I think Vox needs a bit of help. I got my afterburn ready, just trying to single out one of them. We don't know who's in that bush right there, so we just want to be careful. We know Kral is just waiting there, so we're just gonna wait and wait some more. And I'm gonna wait for Arden to maybe just check the bush. And indeed there is Kral, and I don't know why he decides to disengage there. So okay, then it just leaves us with these two guys over here. Unfortunately, I'm not able to walk further up ahead of Sky to knock her back. Instead, I had to settle for just knocking her away, and now just gonna do as much damage as we can to any of them. Nice renewal there by the Arden, and now my afterburn is up again in... Yeah, so here I go with the afterburn, pushing Joel back, finishing him off, and then there's the Kral, who tries to kill our Vox but is not able to, and once again we come on top of that fight. So that's really good for us. And afterburn is ready in another 3 seconds, so they better be careful. I'm gonna punt them for sure. And here we go again. Punt? Oh no, I wasn't able to punt any of them, so it's okay. And we're just able to just at least take out the Kral. Yep, that's right. We take the Kral out there. Woo, Sky really low in health there, but not able to finish her off. But it's okay. Once again, we get the money, we get the wins, we get the fights, so it's good. So already, as it is 10 minutes into the game, I'm already I already have 8 kills. So yeah, I pinged to Arden, maybe we want to take the gold mine since we are now in the lead, and we don't have anyone distracting us right now from taking the gold mine. Although Joel does jump in, I need to quickly take the gold mine here. So both of us here just hacking away at the gold miner, and I use my ultimate to have that burst damage to make sure I secure the last hit there and we get the gold. So I'm not going to port back here to get my energy back, as well as to purchase some items, so I'm able to get my Sorrow Blade. The next thing I want to build towards is a Tyrant's Monocle. I'm not sure if that really was necessary, but since my Twisted Stroke guarantees a critical strike, so I might as well max out. I might as well, you know, just make full use of that critical strike and increase my critical damage with the Tyrant's Monocle. So I'm gonna build towards that as fast as I get the money. So here we are in lane, just pinging to Arden to check the bush perhaps. You see Kral there once again. I'm going to push Kral backwards so that we can at least try to finish him off. We're not able to. Instead, we get stunned by Sky's ultimate, and Vox is in trouble there, being focused on by Jewel. But once again, not able to land that attack on our Vox. I do finish off the Jewel. You actually do notice that my critical strikes I actually go in a like a semi. Sorry about that. Like a little semicircle in front of me, and that range actually is quite long. So it looks as though it might be too far from me, but actually that range is quite far. So even though it looked as though I was very far from Joel at the point in time, I could still reach her with my critical strike. So there we go. We take down one turret, and we're gonna steal a bit of their farm in the process too. I think they want to go for the gold mine, sorry, the minion mine. And there comes Kral coming out of nowhere. I don't know what Kral was thinking here. I don't think Kral was on the same level as most of us here. But yeah, he just dashed out of the bush, hoping to do something, but he didn't in the end, so we got into trouble. And I have my Atlas Pauldron already, so even if I get engaged by Kral, I am pretty sure I still can win the fight. So here I get the Lucky Strike, and I am just going to get some more farm. No, I'm just going to go up here just to make sure I protect the turret. Okay, just because I saw Joel on the mini-map just now, so I was just a bit afraid that we're going to push the lane. So I'm just going to make sure that, that they don't try to. Alright, so it looks like everything's all peace and quiet here. Oh, okay, Joel does jump in. Here we go. I used my afterburn on Joel. She's trying to run away. She already used her jump, so that she has no more escape for the time being. So we know we can actually go in on her, and we're just going to stay back a bit. And here is where I put my last final ability point into my ultimate, as you can see. So now I didn't really see Joel jump in there. There was something wrong with my graphics. I don't know why. But yeah, so Joel jumped onto me, and I'm just going to defend the turret as much as I can. And there's Kral once again, putting a lot of damage down onto the Arden goes in with the gauntlet, and I'm going in there with my huge area of effect damage. As you know, when Glaive hits, when he does his critical strikes, he actually does damage to an area, not just a single target in front of him. So a lot of them are taking hits there. However, Kral is sticking very close to Vox here. Vox is trying his best to kite away, but Kral is just sticking and sticking, and now there's nothing I can do. So I'm just gonna walk away from this fight and just let it be. Alright, so anyway, the lane is pushed, so it's all good right here. I'm not going to try to take him on, so I'm just gonna, I think, do I port back? No, I'm just gonna go take my farm in the jungle and get some more items if I can, because now I have about 1,800, near 2,000 gold. I'm just gonna get my items here. I can finally get my Tyrant's Monocle. And next thing I want to build towards is a tornado trigger, or if the enemies are defending against me with armor, I will get a bone saw. So, but I think in this game, I'm not sure if I was able to actually get all my items in the first place, because I think the game does it end early? I'm not sure. I need to check on that. I forgot how this game panned out a little bit. So, but do watch this. It's gonna be quite fun. Okay, so there we go. Skye is in lane. So is Joel. Joel jumps in, stuns the Vox. I'm gonna just stun her out of her ultimate so that she doesn't do too much damage. There goes the Kral. I slow him down with my Atlas, and then I do burst damage onto him, finish him off. And Skye misses her ultimate onto us, so that's good for us. And we're just going to try to go in one more time, just one more hit. Unfortunately, we're not able to finish off the Joel right there, but we can push the lane. I ping to my allies to see if they want to take Kraken. Instead, Arden decides to go in to fight the enemies. We finish off the Skye right over there, and we just run out of the turret range for our lives. And now we can finally just take the jungle, or even perhaps take the Kraken here. So we decide to go in, we go for the minion mine instead to apply more pressure on the lane. And yeah, so basically all is going very well. As you can see so far in this game, I've been using my afterburn time and time again. Whenever it is up, I always want to start off using my afterburn, which is not a bad idea actually. But sometimes you might also want to leave your afterburn for a later part in the fight where you either need to escape or to just hit back an enemy who is trying to run away. So there's many ways of using the afterburn. It's all up to you. But at the same time, for me, because it's one of my first few times playing with Glaive, so maybe I might seem like quite a noob here. So you guys out there, if you're a better player in Glaive, please let me know if there's a better way to start off a fight here without using my afterburn. Because sometimes, most of the time, I feel that I want to catch the enemy by surprise. So using afterburn might be a good idea. So as you can see, we finish off the Kral there so easily there. I don't think he was defending much against us. And here we are doing massive damage onto the enemies. And we're able to, yeah, finish the Joel. Oh, and so close in killing off the Skye as well. So we're just gonna get out of target turret range and then finish off the turret right there. So once again, I ping to my allies to say if they want to go for the Kraken, because since we are in we have the advantage right now, but they don't seem to be very keen in taking Kraken at all throughout the game. So I was like, okay, if you guys, I'll stick with whatever you guys decide, alright? So you just tell me what to do. I'll just suggest here and there. If you guys are not up for it, well, we won't, okay? But anyway, we're way ahead in the lead right now, so we don't really have to worry too much. We're not so desperate in that way to get the Kraken. Okay, so here we go. And just gonna get some money here. This Vox is trying to take some of my farm as well. I think he needs to, I don't know, maybe he's trying to get really fed. I'm not sure how much farm he has at this point, but he seems quite desperate to take my money. Yeah, he wants it. Okay, sure, take it, man. I think he needs the regen for his energy. Alrighty, so, and I'm just gonna get infused. There we go, because we know we're gonna fight in the next few seconds, so might as well. Alright, so there they are. We see them, and in the minimap it says, okay, let's go check on them where they are. We don't see them. Okay, so there's a Kral hiding in this bush. I use my Atlas to slow him down. He uses ultimate onto me, and we're just gonna quickly finish off Kral right there. Yeah, so unfortunately I don't have my afterburn now to chase up with the other two of them, so maybe I should have saved my afterburn there, because I didn't need to use it on the Kral per se. Alright, so now another turret taken down, only 2 turrets left on the enemy side. Looks like we wanted to go in for the turret and we decided against it in the end. But look at this, Sky comes in after Arden, I afterburn in between Sky and Joel to push Sky towards us to finish her off. So that was another way you can use afterburn is through the wall right there where they can't really see you, and just surprise and then just hit them out to a position where they don't want to be. So I thought that was another very good way to use that afterburn. So we're just hacking down this turret right here, ignoring the damage. So here I am just gonna apply the Atlas onto all of them if I can, and then we finish off the Joel, and now we're just running back as much as we can, just because now we are definitely in the lead. There's no need for us to do anything else here. I'm just gonna take the minion mine to add more pressure to the enemy, and of course also get the map control that we need. Okay, so and now I'm just gonna walk towards the shop and get some more things. I'm really rich in gold now. I think I can get my let's see what I get. Yeah, I get my tornado trigger right over here, and I have another empty slot, which I think, thinking back, I got a reflex block. I think the reason is because I wanted to block Joel's jumps and stuff like that. But to be honest, they weren't doing as much damage to me. I didn't really care too much if I get stunned. Maybe another item that you could build on a Glaive would be a Shiver Steel. Shiver Steel gives him health, a lot of health in fact. But also at the same time, it gives him the ability to stick to his opponents, so he doesn't have to use his afterburn unnecessarily. And of course, if you get too close to Glaive and you can't get away from Glaive, you are as good as dead. So it's maybe one item that you can consider getting instead of the reflex block that I got. Just saying. All right, so now we're gonna push for the last turret over here. Since our Arden is tanking it, we're just gonna take it. And we see that the two of them are closing onto Vox. I've used my Atlas on both of them, and I'm using a lot of AoE damage onto all of them, and I finished both Joel and Krull. And now we're just gonna focus on the crystal, and that is GG. So in the end, whoa, what a game. I mean, I must say, after this, I fell in love with playing Glaive. I really wanted to use him more in the future. 15 kills for myself, only 1 death, and 13 assists. So I would say a very good game for me in the end. Kudos to all my teammates as well as the enemy team as well. They did pretty well. Maybe because of the team comp, there was some disagreements perhaps in the selection of the heroes. They don't really have a support hero per se, but that's okay. And at the end of the day, it was a good game, quite fun for me. And hopefully, maybe in the future you'll be seeing more Glaive action. Maybe I'll try CP. I heard that CP Glaive is not a bad choice as well. So who knows? We'll see what happens in the future. In the meantime, hope you liked the video. Like it, or comment, or subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so, and if you would like to. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.